Doing things a little bit differently here. I'm going to show you guys a live trade in this video with trading off of the volume profile, something that I normally don't talk much about on the live streams and things like that. But let's talk about this trade. Absolutely crushing this trade, making over $9,000 in this trade, in this trade. I'm going to show you how it all went down live, my thought process, how I did it, where I entered it all. I'm going to show you guys the live trade. Let's get right into it. All right, so we're trading here in a evaluation account here, Nasdaq. We're trading on Trade evaluation account here in the afternoon. Just kind of messing around here after trading this morning live on YouTube. Right now we're bouncing off this VWAP level. So let's see if we're gonna kind of sweep the low of this 20 and then pop back up. We want to take out this kind of low here below this 20 area. Right now, right there at the VWAP. Look to get long if we sweep that low and pop it back up now, or depending on where this candle closes at. Right there at the VWAP now. Should kind of sweep, trying to sweep this low here at the 20s. Put an order out here at 16. See if we get like a quick dip down there to get filled at 16, then a pop back up there. See if we get this, trying to get this sweep of that 20 level down there to the 16s. And then we're looking for a pop back up into this like 25, 26s. Trying something a little bit different than normal for me. Down there, almost a 16, get filled. Should get filled here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's exactly what we were looking for right there. We got right down there to 16. And then popped it right back up 25. So watch it. So basically what we're looking for is like a sweep of this low there at the 20s. It got down there to like 16.25. I was at 16 even. And there's that pop right back up to the 25s. That's a little painful. So the strategy here really is kind of, right now we are kind of pulling back here. We got the VWAP. VWAP's at the 25s. So thinking that we would kind of dip below this 20 level down like 15s or so and then pop right back up to test that VWAP level again, which we pretty much did on the dot there. So at this point, definitely don't want to buy this dip again, because if we buy this dip again through the 16s, well, probably a good chance we move down to 17s, so, or 17,000 flat. So 17,016 was kind of my entry for this pop back up to the 25s there. And you see how that played out. We got to a low of 16.25 on that candle. So that's fun. Like I said, I don't want to be just keep on buying the dip here because, well, you can see there's pretty good, looking at the volume, not that I'm like a huge volume profile guy, but a lot of the volume traded today up here in the highs. And then most of the volume after that's down here like the 980s. So pretty much this level here, 1710 to 16,995, really not much to support it until we get down to kind of this 979 level. And right now we're below the VWAP here. So there's two ways to kind of play this end of day here. If we rip back above the VWAP, turn the VWAP into support, maybe we then get this push back up above the 40s again. But as of right now, I think we just got to wait. Problem is, basically got all of this volume there at 35, 40, 50. There's a lot of volume up there. And, well, basically getting long here, you know that there's all that volume there at the 32, 33s. So right now, she looks like, right now we're below the VWAP here. Like I said, most of that volume above us, so we should move down. So my target really would be like this 95 level down here, if we can get down to that kind of 95s or so. And we'll let this, see if it plays out that way. So looking for kind of this straight down move to this 95 level here. Like I said, we weren't trying to buy that dip down here again. There's no reason to buy that dip after we've already kind of taken out that low from earlier there. We took out that low, we ripped it right back up, and then we started to fall off again. So no reason to buy, try to get long down here again. We're below the VWAP as well. So as long as we stay below the VWAP at the 26s, not that I want to hold this until 26, but price action below the VWAP there telling me that, VWAP turning into resistance here, not a good sign. VWAP turning into resistance, not a good sign for longs. I want to be long when we're above the VWAP, turning the VWAP into support. Right now, not looking too hot here. And let's see if we lose this 10 support there and try to move down here to the 95s or so. But again, most of this comes down to the idea of like where most of this volume's at. Most of the volume here today up above 30 to 50 in this range here. We consolidated pretty much most of the day up there. So now that we're below most of that volume there, we're below the VWAP here. It's kind of like, well, good chance that we kind of get through here. And really through the 10s to the 95s, there's like nothing down there. So I think there's a pretty good chance that we move down there 95s or so. Looking good for this move down, 17,000s. I'm looking for 95s or lower here. Just getting beat down right now. Down there, the 05s now. We can pretty much just stay in this. Got my stop at break even now. And we'll look for that move below 17,000s, 95 being my target. There we go. Looking for the 17,000 break and then down here to the 95s or more. Maybe there's a pivot point down there at the 88. So we'll see if we get, let me see if we can test that pivot point down there, 88s. Looking really good so far, obviously. There's that 95 touch already. So let's go 88s, baby. Pivot point down there. Why not? Why not? Going for that 88 touch. Almost there. There it is. 88 got touched. Pivot point. That was magical. We got the low from the open down there at 71s next. So let's see if we can get down there. 71s or more. 70 being the opening range. 15-minute opening range down there. Down to this 80s. So turn the 17,000 area into resistance now and then try to get that break through the pivot point next. Wouldn't be a bad idea. A little end of day selling pressure coming in there. Currently 2:35 in the afternoon here. All right, looking to see if we can take out that 90 level here again. 88s to get through there. Put an order down there at 86s to get filled. There we go. Getting filled down there. 86s. Absolutely beautiful trade there. Almost down there to the 80s. We should take that 70 level down there next. 79s there. Not bad. Nice little sell-off there. But I wanted to show you guys kind of, different ideas. I'm always kind of messing around with different ideas in terms of things I can do differently or how I can improve some of my ideas. But you can see here, locking in $9,000, 2 trades. Well, what really one trade? Yeah, one trade, basically $9,000 there in that account. And all the way down there to the 70s, like we said, that low of day being the 70s down there. So that worked out beautifully. And we locked it in there. So something a little bit different for me. Like I said, that volume profile, something to think about. Like I said, all of that volume being up there today at the 40 to 30s, and then the rest of the volume really down there at the 80s or so. So the plan to get short there for the 20 break and down there to the 80s worked out beautifully. And we were able to lock it in. We had that pivot point there at the 88s as well. So, yeah, just kind of getting it done there.